me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever. You make me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You make me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You make me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had.
And I know I'm falling, but I'm falling just for you. Yeah, I know I'm falling for you, for
Hello and welcome to the Season 5 CCRS Broadcast at Talladega. So I did increase my volume a little bit. Jerry Cook helped me out with increasing my gain on that. One thing to note, as you can tell, my ticker is not showing a couple things. That is, I am 100% aware of that. That is something I've been adjusting the ticker to be more have a bit more to it, so it'll look better during the race, 100%. But I turned all that off for right now. That way, I aren't seeing a whole bunch of goofy stuff. As for what I'll probably do, since like the way I have it formatted is like specifically for race, I'll probably just like get rid of that bar, like a couple of those bars, and then just make it format for practice and qualifying. Then like I'll switch it over when it goes over to race. But I'm still figuring out that stuff. I've been messing around with that a lot, so expect to see some adjustments on that for sure. Again, a little bit of mic and quality improvement using some gain. Thanks to Jerry Cook for helping me out with that. And I did notice in the IFR broadcast and the NARL broadcast last week that the ticker decided not to want to work with me towards the end of it. So we rolled with that, and that's how we have that figured out. And I say that's how we have that figured out. I have adjusted it to hopefully not be a reoccurring issue. I've also improved it a little bit, so maybe it'll look a bit more aesthetically pleasing, but that's up to y'all to judge. Let me tab back into NR, and this is what we got right now. Big field. I don't know how exactly many cars we have. I'd have to say about 10, 12, 13, 14 right now. 14 looks like on track right now. Fairly small for a CCRS race. Usually, I think last season we had a small Talladega race as well. I am partially to blame because I don't feel like doing super speedways right now. I don't find it. I just don't want to. I don't know. But here I am broadcasting, so whatever that ideology was, I hope is made up for the fact that I'm broadcasting now. I mean, if not, I can. I don't know what to tell you. Really don't. Hello, George and Brandon Bill in the chat. George, shoot, I should have asked you if you wanted to commentate with me tonight. I didn't even think about that, actually. I know you just got back from Florida, so I guess probably best to just shoot straight in the booth after. But George, if you're watching this, if you ever do want to do like CCRS, NARL, I know you're probably already dead set on doing IFR and DSRA of what you can, but I don't know if you work or whatever, but yeah, if you ever do want to do CCRS NARL with me in the booth, you're 100% welcome to. Just let me know the day before, and I'll get you set up. And Brandon Bill says he's not racing tonight. Yeah, I've seen you in the Discord chat, so that will shake up some stuff. Speaking of stuff being shaken up, let's take a quick look at our CCRS standings right now. Right now, still, nothing to note here is this is race 8, I think. Shoot, I need to like get my stuff together, like real talk. Hold up, let me pull up the spreadsheet, that way I know what I'm talking about. Alright, so we got this race, Talladega. This is the last super speed race this season, unless the other 2 tracks are not super speedways, I don't know. But it's race 9 of 12. Next week is Phillip Island. I have no idea what that track is. I've never seen it in my life. Then race 11 is Twin Ring Motegi in Japan. That is an oval. I've seen that track before. It's going to be very interesting to see how these guys tackle that. Lowe's Night, basically Charlotte, if you're unfamiliar. And that will be the season finale for Season 5. Now, as it stands right now, Neil Gallagher is your points leader. And granted, the points is pretty close between the top 3. Another thing to note, drop races are a thing. There is those drop races for drivers that are a little bit lower in standings. So I can just go ahead and give you an idea of how that's going to look right now. And at the moment, Gino Bononi with the max points is ahead, and Garson Muyoung as well, and along with Kyle Watts. So those are guys to watch. That'll probably be a little bit higher up in standings towards the end of the drop races, and it's still close, keep in mind, with that being the case. So again, we'll update it week to week as the drop races are added. Granted, I don't think they've been added just yet. I'd imagine once we head over to Phillip Island, the standings will be adjusted for the first set of drop races, and we'll see these spots change quite a bit. And another driver I want to point out, Blake Kincannon, he's also kind of close in that as well. So with drop races in mind, top of the board would be Kyle Watts, followed by Gino Bononi. And I want to say Blake Kincannon, potentially Tala Aziz, who's also up there in points pretty close. It is a pretty close points battle. Heck, even Brandon Beal, he's close up there. This, unfortunately, is going to be one of his drop races. This will be the first race he'll miss of this season. But we'll see how that fares for him. But anyways, as it stands, is your points right now on the side. You've probably had a chance to read it, so I'm probably not going to feed it to you too much here. I am going to go ahead and close out of that way. All of my computing power is going to NR2003, OBS, and GNL.TV. Alright, George will be available for IFR and DSRA. From what I understand, IFR is not racing this week. Let me double check on that before I say anything for certain on that. Yes, that is the case. So IFR will be returning at Pocono, not this weekend, but next weekend. So this Saturday, we will not be streaming anything, more than likely. However, we're still good for Gnarl tomorrow. I should see where they're going. That way, y'all are knowing what I'm talking about on that. Usually, at this point in the broadcast, I'd usually be going through drivers. I probably should, but just purely for the sake of getting this stuff over and done with and stuff tackled, we'll just let it slide. We'll see most of the guys during the race. I don't think it's a big field, so we'll get it figured out. Gnarl's also getting pretty down to the nitty-gritty in their terms of their season. We'll take a look at that more tomorrow when we get to it, but Portland Oval is tomorrow, and they're about the same point in the season where we are here in CCRS, so things are getting spicy, and it's close between a few guys, so keep an eye out for that. And again, IFR not racing tomorrow. And DSRA this Sunday is going to be hosting the Carl Please Win a Race 400 at Kansas. And that is what's happening this Sunday, as Carl will be racing, I believe, his 96th start, and still probably won't win. We will see how that goes. Anyways, 5 minutes left in practice. One thing I do want to point out real quick, I do have a on-track reporter who has requested to be an on-track reporter. I didn't specifically ask for this, or didn't specifically actually have this in mind, but Robbie Gilvin figured it'd be a cool idea, add himself in as an in-race reporter, so probably after pit stops or some points during the race that may be interesting enough to note. We'll be checking in with Robbie Gilvin and seeing how his race is going. Last week's winner, by the way, if you remember last week, had an interesting finish towards the end of that race, so obviously going to be interesting to see how he does tonight. I don't think he's in points contention, but regardless, he will be one to take note of for sure. I forgot I had this little Mario pre-race music thing that I didn't use. Oh well. If you can hear that, or actually, let me just test if I can hear that real quick. Yeah, no, I can't hear it with crap. Oh, I guess we'll just
Kicked out of the league.
I searched something briefly from Cameron Jamison. Not sure the context of that. Apparently what he said. I'll check the Discord real quick, see if there's anything important I need to see in there. There is not. So at this point, I am going to see. We got 3 minutes left. My Mario music isn't working, so I'm a little disappointed on that. Take a look at our standings. Let's see. Let's go through the field in terms of lap times. And you know, we were talking about point standings. Neil Gallagher still has that championship to defend. Siri is on my phone trying to activate, and why? Siri, can you go away, please? Siri, please go away. No, I said go away. Okay. No, go away, Siri. Okay, thank you. All right. Anyways, wow, I look away for a second and it's changed. All right. I know y'all can't see the full thing. That may be adjusted for when I update the ticker thing for practice and qualify, all that jazz. So now it's Jarrett Gravois, who is top of the board with a 50.1. Again, this is a super speedway. Draft laps are practically the name of the game. Qualifying is going to be a different story. We'll see how that goes. But Sam Szarski, P2 on the board. We were just talking about our points leader, Neil Gallagher. And I was also going to say he still has that championship to defend. We're talking about drop races and all that. A lot can still happen in these next few races, and I think it's going to be very, very close and very interesting. And I 100% think this is going all the way to Lowe's night in a few weeks. So keep an eye out for that. This championship battle is going to be very interesting. Top of the board now is the 70 of Garson Muyung. He is not on the track. Oh, hold on a fat second. How has he got an 11.3 at Talladega Super Speedway? That's something ain't right here. Well, I'm going to assume they did something goofy. Regardless, let's check up on... heck, this board's not even accurate now because of that. And Robbie's not on the track. Okay. Grayson's lap got DQ'd. Robbie's not on the track. Never mind. It undQ'd itself. I don't know. You know, 2003 glitching like crazy. Alright, Robbie Gilvin said he might just join me in the booth. I'll check up with him here real quick. If you want me to drag you up to the booth, I can if you want me to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, looks like we've got someone joining our booth. Robbie Gilvin.
User was moved to your channel.
Howdy, howdy.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thing, but something about it I just don't like.
I hear you. Talladega CTS. Sometimes it's an interesting animal.
You know, Garson over here setting the land speed record.
That's what I'm saying. How's he got like a 11 point? I just...
He's in the friggin' Will Hoyt EXE. I'm riding with him.
Oh my gosh.
You keep that thing pinned. The only way you can lose is blow the motor.
The engine sound I'm hearing from this is insane. It's like he's driving a Formula 1 car here.
Sounds like a fucking UFO.
Dang right. Oh my gosh. Oh,
he's lifting that right front.
Oh my gosh! Oh, that's fatal.
And that's why we do land speed records on salt flats.
Dang right on that. Holy moly. Well, he may have gotten a record lap time, but it came at the cost of his brain. Really unfortunate. I was gonna say it was top of the board, but yeah, that lap may be a bit quick.
But now you can build like monster runs and things with this. That's kind of cool. I don't like the way it handles.
Fair enough. Check it out. Heck, I didn't even see how many laps this race is. 57? That'll be interesting.
It's 57 laps.
Gotta go to Q here. Alright, qualify time. Anybody you looking at for pole?
To your cars.
I think it's honestly probably a crapshoot at this rate.
One guy we didn't talk about earlier is Keith Hughes. He hasn't made a lot of starts this season. Heck, I don't think he's made any, but he is usually up front in these super speedway races, and he usually qualifies up front as well,
Yep.
So he's my pick. Qualify right out.
Yeah, I'd put him as a safe bet to win too, knowing Keith.
Yep. He's always up front towards the end of them gnarl races as well. Got Cam Smith in the chat. Hello, Cam. Other thing to note here is the first lap for some of these guys is not going to be the fastest lap. That second lap is usually the one to look at.
Unless you read Sorensen and have nitrous in your car.
True, true. Spotter's Gremlin today is going to be that 70 car and the 27. Same paint scheme, slightly different. The only thing different on those cars is the number.
Yeah. As you've seen mine and Crystal's twin DuPont cars for Essex, haven't you?
I actually haven't. I'd have to check on that.
Oh yeah. Go take a look at that. You want a Spotter's nightmare? There you go.
Oh, that reminds me. I should probably get it on and off track. I remember to do that for.
Oh, I already did.
Yeah, I didn't. Shoot.
Yeah, screw them. They'll be fine.
They hadn't pissed any laps yet until just when I got off the track anyway.
Quite to check. Oh, there it is. Some people didn't get the memo about running the first lap up top.
But some people, yeah, I guess either aren't comfortable with it or I don't know.
And driving it, it doesn't push up top.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, the push is more on the bottom. There we go.
Starting to wonder if Keith Hughes is even going to qualify. I don't think he is going to qualify.
He usually don't. Most times.
Shoot, here I am not paying attention. Alright, that's your starting lineup. Gino Bononi on the pole.
Shocker.
Yeah, I was just talking about points and how it's getting down to the nitty gritty. He is on the top of the max points right now, which is what will end up being used for the drop races in mind, and he will probably be at the top of that for sure, even more after that. We'll see how his race goes for sure.
Right.
See how many laps of fuel these guys got. 30 laps of fuel. 57 laps, so be interesting.
Oh, definitely a one-stopper.
Yeah.
Did you see the sponsor on Jarrett's car?
I did see Jarrett's car, but I didn't take a specific look at his sponsor. Let's see.
The hood says AIDS. Alabama Institute of something or other, and it makes the acronym AIDS. That's for the dumb and stupid. I'd see it on the Declan.
Damn. That says AIDS. Yep.
I graduated from there.
Dang. AIDS University. That was not on my bingo card for tonight, not gonna lie.
Of me just burping out loud. Or
No,
the AIDS car.
the AIDS car.
I see Keith's car. I think it looks like a Honda Accord.
Yeah, he usually races the Hondas and some of the other leagues
Oh,
he
yeah.
does.
Yeah. Just trying to figure out which Honda it was. I think it's that Accord. And look at there, the 15 with a great entry into pit road, as is Tala.
Lesson of what not to do.
That's the pit entry that wins championships.
Rex in their pit stops getting ready for this race. Again, 57 laps. I think you were right, Robbie. It's probably going to be a one-stopper.
Doesn't mean it's not going to be terrifying all the way.
See how that goes.
What's the over/under on big ones?
We're talking about like picks.
No, big ones like Rex. How many big ones do you think it'll be?
Well, honestly, I think I don't think we're gonna see anything too crazy big. However, in terms of warp wrecks, I do want to point out the last couple broadcasts I did. Gnarl Chicagoland had an interesting warp wreck on Pit Road, Kansas, and then IFAR had an interesting warp wreck at Daytona Road Course with Nico Servideo and I believe it was Friesen Rodriguez. Those have been a trend lately in terms of warp wrecks being interesting.
Oh, my tire MIPs are jacked up. I thought Keith had white walls. It was just the camera angle.
Okay. He did paint the rims wet. He did paint the rims red, however, so that's a nice touch.
Yeah.
Got a little bit left in the session here. Again, just people, I think at this point, screwing around, just used to some stuff. Got Gerson.
Burnout practice, etc.
Yeah, testing to see how those tires are going to hold up. Burnout. Another thing I do want to note. This is race 9 out of 12. Every race we've seen so far has had a first-time winner. For the season. Not like first time, but for the season. We haven't had a single multiple, or a single
score.
back-to-back.
Look at that. Tala's fucking dead.
Oh my. Yeah, that brother is cooked. Goes right next to Garson. Oh, and Keith's in.
Ooh, strike. I don't think anybody's gonna come pick up the spare.
Probably not. Trying to find the right wording. I think what the words I'm looking for is every winner this season has not won more than once. So.
Or you could say like 8 different winners.
That's true. 8 different winners in 8 races.
Yeah.
So, question I'm raising is: are we gonna see another new winner, or are we gonna see someone finally get their second win of the season here tonight?
I'd say it's probably equal shot of both happening. Being Talladega, this race is always a crapshoot. Sometimes you end up crapping out literally, and then you end up with a second-time winner, I should say. But there's probably about a 50-50 shot of one or the other happening.
I think I agree with you on that one.
And depending on the finish, possibly both.
Could be.
Here we go.
Right, it is race time, so rules for the race are that to get a restart, there has to be a big wreck. Please don't get a big wreck. To bring out a caution, it has to be a multi-car wreck. And if we do have a caution, the field is frozen. There is no racing back to the line. When we're about to go green, I'll have everyone go quiet in quiet zone. And then I'll call control, where it's up to the leader to type green into chat before he crosses the start-finish line. Gilvin, did you intend to be retired for this? Okay, fair enough.
Drivers, start your engines!
All right, there's the command. Start engines.
Yep. I was working on adjusting my ticker, and I forgot to add the image that says lap of on the thing. So it's just going to be the lap that it is, number ahead, and then out of number next to it, and then laps remaining next to it.
Oh,
Oh well,
that'd be like disembodied numbers or something.
a little bit. It's not disembodied as it was, but sometimes just how the cookie crumbles.
All right. Here comes the pace car off at turn 4. We'll start this 57 lap event. Obviously, your front row, Gino Bononi, Kyle Watts. This is shaping up going to be a good one here this evening. They crawl towards the Geico restart zone. Insert traditional comment about the start-finish line not being in the tri-oval at Talladega.
True, true.
And here they are, and they're gunning it up. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go crashing, boys.
100%. Gino Bononi with a pretty solid start. There's some fading out behind him. Very well, a little bit further back.
Everybody jockey for position, trying to get settled here. The bottom line's
We
formed.
have a slight problem. I need to restart the race. Sorry.
Meanwhile, Cameron screws up.
That's right. He's not the only one. I forgot to add that thing on the ticker. Actually, I'm
Race
curious.
will
oh,
restart
Pete.
in a moment. There's something I need to do first.
I wonder if I could just do that real quick.
Keep racing while you wait for it to happen.
And Neil is straddling the inside wall and just got nailed in the windshield.
Ow.
Okay, restarting the race.
Aha.
Drivers, to your cars.
Oh boy.
Second attempt. Rack him back up. Let's try this again.
Fingers crossed that'll be the only restart. I'm sure it will be though. But I think what they're gonna do is try to ride it out for the first half, get through pit stops, and then start really getting racy with each other.
Right on that one. I see what we typically see in some of the NASCAR races where they probably try to single file out.
It's almost like these people are cosplaying as NASCAR drivers.
True, true.
Drivers, start your
Once again, there's the
engines!
command. A lot of these people are itching to go, as you can see them piling in behind each other.
And give you a little damage just to remind you of what you're doing.
And a little slow them down a little bit, get the pack bigger.
Yep. Keep competition close.
Oh yeah. Keep the competition close and the pace car closer.
Uh,
I don't think anybody stole the pace car this time around. But
not yet. One of these days, some goober's gonna come out here with it.
uh-oh.
I think somebody stole the pace car, Robbie.
We're having a slight server moment. Sit tight while we wait for.
Oh,
destruction.
there we go. Yep.
Yeah, there we go. We're doing another restart.
Oh boy.
Our worst fears have happened. Restart number 2. And
Get your warp wreck out of the way now.
Yep. It's funny you said someone stole the pace car. Pace car done disappeared.
I have a
well,
way of.
The first time was that I forgot to log in with admin, so it was better early than late. That last time, not sure.
Oh, server warp there. I have noticed server warp has been a recurring issue in the past couple of weeks. I don't know if you remember. Gnarled
Yeah,
Daytona
probably.
was a grim one.
Probably a lot of it probably something to do with weather and stuff around here.
True.
Because I know a while back during, about 2-3 weeks ago when all those snowstorms hit around here, the extreme cold put a lot of strain on the power grid lines and whatnot. So
Your engines!
Hopefully it figures itself out before too long.
Yep. Next thing you know, we'll have a modern art masterpiece on the backstretch. And here they go, rolling back out again.
I still can't get over how that 56 car is sponsored by AIDS. That's such a silly sponsor.
Yes. I hear he's going to pick up sponsorship from the Horticultural Institute of Virginia.
Interesting.
Well, it'll depend on how well he does here at Talladega this evening. Once again, the pace car is off. No warpage or anything of the sort. No craziness. Of course, I say that, and Gino's probably going to blow up. But looks like it's going to be a clean, orderly start here. And let's pull those belts tight one more time. And they are off and running. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go crashing once again, boys. As the field gets sorted out through here, coming off at 2, heading into the backstretch. Part of it's mostly 2x2. We got cars riding around in the back. We got Benoni and Ken Kennan right here, 24 and 15 working together. Outside line is starting to form up. We got a much larger outside line. They're probably going to have a major run here as they come off the corner.
Teammates versus teammates. Got the Pull Ball Motorsports on the top, Shejidan on the bottom.
Yeah, you'd have thought they'd have tried to just get in the line and hang out till pit stops, but that doesn't seem to be the case as they come through to the end of lap 1. Gino Bononi, give that one to him.
Already that bottom line has retaken dominance. Didn't take very long at all.
I think it's going to be just a game of cars. Who's got more of a run, who's got more help, whatever. It'll be a game of which lane works the best. And driving in practice, tandems work really well, especially once the pack gets split up into smaller groups.
That'll be interesting to look at for sure. If this stays green.
Still clean and orderly out of 4 here.
Everybody trying to find their friends and their buddies.
Oh, there goes Kinkinnon into the wall. Single car. They keep it in the wall. He's still rolling, but he's definitely going to lose the draft, I think, at this rate.
Yep. Push gone wrong early in the race. Not what you want.
He still has
3 wide.
There still could be some trouble anytime soon, and that may just put him right back in the game here. Kyle Watts is now your leader. Garson Muyong second. Sebastian Amaya, the 13, running up to 3rd. There's a tandem right there between the 0 of Kenneth Miller and the 31 of Cameron Jamison. That tandem just worked out really well for them. Kenneth Miller is going to have a huge run coming off of 4, it looks like, unless he bobbles.
Top of Kyle Watts there on the exit. Garson has a run on the bottom.
Yeah, the bottom's going to have more help here at the moment, it looks like. About a factor of 2 to 1.
Oh, another car loose.
Oh, Delgado got loose. Wow, that was the 52 of Delgado got loose. He saved it.
A lot of bumper grab early in this race.
Oh, yeah.
Fortunately, those guys have the skill to save it.
Right. See, the server stability doesn't exactly help matters either, but
100%, yeah.
They race on.
Still alive.
Garson Muyong has taken a lead. Kyle Watts falls back to first in line on the outside, which is about 4th there on track, 5th on track now by nose. My thing is, whoa, trouble! There goes Muyong spinning around, car into the air. He lands it.
Caution's out. Caution's out.
And
Feels
there's
close.
our first yellow of the day.
Wow.
Garson's gonna get back rolling. Didn't look like he took that much damage. It was kind
His
of just
speed is 60. 60.
simple bounce off the wall. Got a little bit airborne. Just a little scuffed right side, it looks like.
I have a little bit of rear end damage. This helps Kinkennon. See, lost the draft there.
That's gonna get him back into the swing of things. And out of all that, Sebastian Amaya is now your leader.
See what happened.
Gino Bononi second.
B2 for our first replay, and we'll go to TV1. Oh yeah, it just looked like push gone wrong.
Yeah, just a simple hook. Luckily, that car that stayed on the ground. That thing was wanting to fly. He was going slow enough, though.
Pits will be open this time.
So they're going to get pit stops out of the way here shortly. And we will be back to racing. This would be the perfect place for that crank it up graphic that I made for my streams.
Heck, I should have had one, or
Yeah.
had a segment for that, or at least something like that. I usually find something to talk about though. You just start yapping my head off.
And here comes the field. Everybody looks like they're going to be coming to pit road. Which, makes sense. You know, free tires, free fuel. Stretch out, you can stretch out run longer. Stretch out, won't have to take as much fuel later on in the game.
100%.
Especially if we keep getting yellows. I don't see having a little bit of a bottleneck on pit road.
Had about a 4-lap run there.
Oh, 27 of the 56 just got turned by the 97 on pit road.
Not a great start for a points leader there.
It looked to me like the 27 is just parked backwards in his stall and try to get turned around.
AIDS was holding up to 27, and 97 just kind of went through it.
97 got impatient, drove through both of them, right? Pit stops are complete, and it looks like Gino Bononi came out in front. Kyle Watts is second. Keith Hughes is third. Cameron Jamison fourth. And Sebastian Amaya rounding out your top five. Roman Gonzalez is sixth at the moment. And the 56 car, Jarek Gervoy, is seventh. Eighth place belongs to Tala Aziz. Ninth is Garcimu Young. 10th will be Kenneth Miller. 11th is Victor Delgado and Sam Slusarski in the 97. Oh, there goes the zero spinning around on the backstretch. Interesting. And Blake Kinkennon is going to end up 13th, I believe, unless the zero's going to the back. No, the zero's going to get his position back. And of course, Neil Gallagher getting kind of screwed over with that whole circumstance there.
100% there, unfortunate.
I mean, at least the field's all back together, and aside from a little bit of damage on Blake and Garson, which probably cosmetic and got repaired, nothing really major.
That's why my ticker's bugging again. Oh. Lap, sorry.
Going green this time.
Oh, we had a 4-lap run. See how long this one goes.
Heard if race control error, surely going this time. You know, Bononi gonna gear down, get ready for the restart, woe him up a little bit.
Quiet zone.
Awfully quiet zone, and here comes the control,
Control.
I believe. And they are There they go. And Victor Delgado got jumped out of line there.
Bad start for the 70.
And Gino brought him down way slow, trying to throw everybody off. But Gino's pulling a gap, but that's probably going to get erased really quickly here once these other people start forming up. And it's already getting erased. Look at there. Kyle Watt's going to have a monster run on him.
Big one at all.
And, oh, Keith Hughes. Wow, that was close.
I think Watts was going to go high, and then Keith was just trying to go wherever was faster there.
And Keith is going to slip down with Gino. About a 3-on-3 battle here for lead pack as they're already almost, it's almost like they're almost breaking off into two separate packs with maybe one or two cars strung in the middle, the way that restart shook up. But they're slowly coming back into one giant blob, shall we say. And Gino Bononi's still leading them all the way, but Kyle Watts is going to get the run off the top here. Looks like that might be enough just to peek his nose out, and it is.
Daytona winner Cameron Jamison giving them some help on the top.
Right, I don't know if it's going to be enough to clear him. He had a hole for a split second, but
Question is, which line do you want to be in once you get that line ahead? Do you want to stick up on the top where that run's been given you, or do you think that run will die off and then end up going to the bottom just to sure you have that bottom line?
it's always a 50-50 shot when it comes to stuff like that. You never know. You may make the wrong move and end up costing you the race, especially if it goes later into the run, especially last couple laps. But on the other hand, it can help you and it can hurt you. Really, on the whole, there was more help on the outside, but Tala is easing the 20s, hopping down to the bottom. It is right about even. Maya backs off a little bit. This is about as even a pack race as we're going to see, I think.
Not exactly one of our bigger fields, but pretty solid field nonetheless.
It's still good racing. I think Watts might get that lap. No, Gino did, I believe. It was very close. Oh, no, the 21 did get it by at least a couple thousand.
Both those guys needing those points. The potential championship here in a few weeks.
Every point's going to matter, especially capitalize on somebody having a bad day here, open up a points gap or close in on the points gap. We got 3 wide up here in the middle of the pack. Garson Muyang getting kind of hung out to dry. Victor Delgado is going to try and sneak his way up to the top line. It looks like it's going to work for the moment.
Garson's trying to make a third line with help from Miller and Gallagher, but I don't know if it's going to stick.
There's not enough cars.
Yeah.
It's lap 11. There's no reason to really make moves like that right about now anyway. Can't tell if Gino was trying to play both lanes there. In any case, the runs are too strong. You can't hardly play both lanes without risking a major wreck.
Now I gotta manage which one you want to block. Try not to block it too aggressively.
I like that.
As I said that.
That was a good smooth block there from Gino. He's gonna come back down and take care of Keith Hughes down there. Almost get a little squirrely in the process. That's gonna pull the inside. Gonna pull the inside lane together, and then the outside's gonna get the run. And Gino, are you gonna go up and block it again? Just a big old game of seesaw.
Keith Hughes wants to try that high line.
See, and he's gonna get the nose on Gino. They've got a monster run.
Gino almost had him there, but he wants that spot.
And Keith has him cleared. Keith Hughes to the lead. Still a lot of jockeying, still a lot of moving around on this 2 2/3 mile tri-oval. They come to the line. Keith Hughes officially leads that lap. Second place is Kyle Watts. Third place is Cameron Jamison in a battle for fourth. Rather, Gino Bononi actually going to take back third. Just has a run on the bottom. Keith going to do some blocking of his own there in that Honda Accord. It's quite interesting with this particular package and setup combo they have to see the way the lines work and everything. Because now we got 4 on 4. Should be a relatively even distribution. Gino's not going to wait around. He's going to try to make it 3 wide on Watts and Gonzalez. They almost came together there. That was really, really close.
Watts gets hung to dry there.
It's probably probably for the better. Delgado going to try to go up the middle too.
Got help from Aziz there. Briefly.
Yeah, they're going to back out of it. Thinking better of it.
Kyle Watts finally files in.
Yeah, he's lost, not really lost that many positions, about 7 or 8, the swing of things, if that. I think both lanes are actually about even right now, 6 on 6. Oh, somebody's loose. Tala Aziz got loose. Yeah, he saved it. I don't even think he's going to lose the draft. He's just going to tuck right back in.
A little bit of work there. Holds on to it.
Yeah, that was a good piece of driving there. And the pack's going to start thinning out a little bit, it looks like. Starting to get back into a single file line.
Run these laps down. Get ready for pit stops.
That'd be too easy. They're still decided to start.
Still aggressive.
I don't think they never really formed back in a single file. They had a small little train going, and then they start going around. Watts is making a move to the bottom, trying to get back up to the front. Side by side between Young and Hughes at the moment. Give it to Keith for that lap.
Fortunately, the 20 car warped out a little bit. They have now lost the draft.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna need a yellow to get back into the act. And the way they're racing, it could happen at any time. You never know. This thing, for lack of a better term, the racing has been so bipolar. You never know if they're gonna wreck or if they're gonna get in line and hang out for a while.
Could either be a server thing or the slightest mistake from any driver trying to be a little bit too aggressive on a pass or a block.
Especially if it happens at the front and then takes everybody with them. Looks like there's more help on the outside this time around, but it's not as organized. Gino Bononi going to make a move to the outside of Keith Hughes. It looks like a 5-on-3 battle here in favor of the outside lane. And Bononi looks like he's going to clear. I don't know quite, but a lot of washing up off the corner. That's going to... And yeah, looks like the Zero's going to try to tuck to the bottom, so now the lanes are back even again just as quick. That's Talladega for you, just as quick as things change.
Yep.
And now Gino's back out front with the ability to block both lanes. Let's see if he can play them any better than before.
After that wreck that Garson had earlier in the race, he's back up here now.
And he's actually starting to get a nose on Gino for the lead. He'll be content to hang back for the moment. We got a lot of movement off the corner. I guess it's quite tight off the corner. The setup, handling wise, is. That's going to kill the momentum for the outside lane. Kyle Watts is going to jump up to it, though, try to get his way back up to the front. That's going to... It looks like everybody's got to move up now, with the exception of the 13 and the 0, among a couple others. Try to block that run. Watts is going to have a run on Delgado. Gino's going to go block the run for Watts, or go up there and work, and Watts ain't going for it.
Left out to dry.
Gino's in the sucker hole, but I guess Jamison's going to pick him up. We got almost 3 sets of tandems. And the middle line actually has more draft now. Again, how quick things can change. Gino's going to tuck in with Watts here. I guess it looks like Watts may have the momentum to push him around. Gino's going to go up to the top. Has no help.
The line, it was Kyle Watts. That was close.
Yeah.
3 by 3 for some of these guys.
Yeah, thousandths of a second. You gotta tuck that in. That outside line is gonna start getting another run here.
Got Pasta in the chat. Hey, Pasta.
Welcome to the party. Side by side between Watts and Bononi here for the lead. Keith Hughes and Delgado will drop it back a little bit. Watts is going to pick them back up. And God, it's looking like 2015 all over again. We got Kyle Watts out front blocking 3 lanes. And again, if this is 2015, all 3 lanes would be good and organized, but give that lap to Kyle Watts. Gino Bononi second. Gerson Muyo third. Trouble! Amaya and multiple cars, I believe. No, I think Amaya was the only one that got in it. Spins down to the apron. Gets it fired back.
If there's multiple, say so. Otherwise, still green.
Let's take a look at that real quick.
Okay, still green.
Or somehow. It looked like 13 chopped on the 82.
To me, it looked like Keith washed up. That's
that
point.
Helicopter.
Yeah, that's that point in the corner where a lot of cars push up really bad.
And yeah, honestly, I think it's a mix of both. 13 was coming down, 82 was coming up, but regardless, 13's out of the draft and stay green.
Side effect of that is now that they're all single file.
Oh, yeah, and a lot of cars in the back are spread out as well. Sam Slazarski out of the draft, along with, I believe that was Neil Gallagher back there.
Yeah.
Kent Miller in the 8's car, and Jarrett Gravoy, he's also back there.
Looks like it's getting to probably pit stop time coming up here after a while.
Let's see, they had 30 laps to a tank. They pitted on lap 4, so
that in theory they can make it to 34 at the latest.
Unless some guys didn't take enough gas.
Yeah.
Pretty sure everyone went with a full tank there.
Yeah.
No brainer.
A little bit of side by side back there, but that's gonna fizzle out quickly.
I think at this point, I think the right idea is just wait till that fuel run to run out.
Sure, they're capable of riding for at least 10 laps.
Yep.
Just gotta get there, but Delgado's still gonna try to have some run on Hughes there.
Talking about tandeming and that working, I wonder if back in the pack they may see some guys try to do that. I don't see it right now, but we could potentially see something like that. I don't know if it'll be enough to catch the field, but at least hold them back a little longer from going a lap down.
Not with the, I don't think so, not with the numbers they have in the pack at the moment. If this pack gets broken up into a bunch of smaller packs or go 2x2 or pick up a, because the moment any of those tandems picks up a third car, automatically they'll have the advantage over everybody else. If it comes to it.
See how that goes.
Speaking of tandem, we got one up top here. It's turning into a 3-car deal. trying to get that outside line back going again. Mu Young, Gonzalez, and Delgado. That's going to fizzle back out, except for Delgado. Miller thinking about going, but just going to tuck back in line, kill the momentum.
And I hear you, George, about the text thing moving up. I did some tests earlier, and it appears those tests were in vain, as they did not work. So I'm gonna have to fix that for the next broadcast. But yeah, that'll be. So our laps remaining and our other lap things are kind of messed up right now. But
We've got a little bit of a 5-car breakaway in this edition of the Broken Ass Ticker 500. We've got.
100%.
I think this pack here is actually getting ready to pit. I'm seeing the chat light up. So they're going to try to probably.
Yep. Everybody's pitting this time.
It seems like they're trying to do it on 2 stops. Here they come. Here comes a lot of them. Keep away. Oh, almost contact. Lots of lockup.
Oh,
52
Watts.
going through the grass.
Watts is around in the grass. Who right
Watts
in front of
around.
Delgado, who warps.
Yeah, that was a very messy pit.
Unfortunate for Kyle Watts. Well, I think he was leading coming into that.
And Kincannon and Gonzalez were the 2 to stay out. They're gonna go and pit this coming time.
I think they were hoping more cars to not pit that time. Well, this probably won't be their advantage unless the. Yeah, I really don't think this will be in their advantage, but we'll see where they end up.
Well, we do know Kyle Watts did lose a lot of time on that, so he will. He may still have enough to get out. I'll have to be careful on this pit exit here. The tires, the throttle is very sensitive. Gino once again going to lead that pack out. Jamison second in pack. Keith Hughes third. The gap back to Mu Young, Delgado, Watts, and another gap back to Gravoy and Miller.
I will say, despite that spin, Kyle Watts really didn't lose a whole bunch of time.
He only lost really only about two or three positions on track.
I wonder if either. I mean, I imagine most of these guys didn't take tires anyway. I wonder if he took less fuel or something.
Possibly.
That's a very
Gino
risky
got a penalty.
strategy.
Gino got a penalty. I think he may have sped on pit road. He's
Unfortunately.
coming back down to serve.
Cameron Jamison to the lead with that.
So that's going to open the lead to Jamison and Hughes in the lead tandem. Second,
You were talking about this field getting spread out. There it is.
and we're going to have a second tandem possibly here in a little bit with Mu Young and Delgado, but I think they've got enough draft where they don't have to tandem.
Oh yeah, it looks like that is the case. Shoot.
Watts and Kincannon by themselves. Gonzalez dropping off the pace, or actually coming back out of pit road. I think he may have had a penalty as well.
No, he stayed out with Kincannon, so he pit that time.
Okay. Gotcha. So now we have a pack of 4 up here. If Watts can maybe pick up Kincannon, they might have half a shot. But as it sits right now, it's turned into a pack of 4.
Lane Davis in the chat mentioning how the 52 warped right as the 21 span around, came back on a pit road, called it some Vutu type BS.
Oh, at the power of voodoo. Meanwhile, in the Temple of Voodoo.
The Voodoo
Okay.
Broken Ticker 500.
Yes. Now it's going to be Broken Ass Ticker. Just like those giant ass spoilers.
Real?
And meanwhile, we've got our pack here with, excuse me, with Jamison in first, Hughes in second, Mu Young third, Delgado fourth, and that's back about half a straightaway to Watts and another quarter straightaway to Kincannon. And we do have a 3-car little breakaway coming up here. It's going to have Jarrett Gravoy, Roman Gonzalez, and Kenneth Miller in. They may be able to actually swallow up the 15 and the 21, and if they do, somehow, they'd probably actually have a good advantage to have 5 on 4. Get back up, make it a pack of 9.
I'm looking at the bumper of that AIDS car. Is one of your friends dumb or stupid? Call this number.
You may be entitled to financial compensation.
Call 1-800 not real.
I tried that, and all I got was a big busy signal. Delgado is going to try to make a pass on Mu Young. I don't understand why. They just came around the lap car, Slusarski. That's just gonna. That's just gonna. Yeah, you get side by side, you lose 2-3 mile an hour automatically, and then just like that, they lost 2 or 3 car lengths on the 2 leaders. That's gonna not only waste more time getting that back going, but also this is gonna turn into a pack of 4 now. Ken Kennan has been caught by the pack of 3. I think Watts is actually gonna hang back and wait on them.
That's a smart move.
Right, so they can make a pass at it. Meanwhile, well, they do have Slusarski, so they're also a pack of 5. So that may have evened things out, but they're trying to get more racy up here, so they still might. So the second pack may have an advantage yet. And they have caught Watts. Watts waiting on them.
Hope he didn't slow up too much.
Nah, he's on the throttle. He's gonna blend in just fine. So this probably, I wonder if this opens up the door to possibly one more pit stop if they don't save enough fuel.
Oh. Yeah, that goes.
Yeah. Now the pack has become 5. Watts is hanging in the back of that second pack. Had to keep track on the. Had to keep track. Oh, Miller washes up. They're going to lose time with that. I think he may be falling back, just giving them space so they can go do their thing. We'll have to see once they get reorganized how much time, if any, they're getting on this lead pack of 4 plus the lapped car of Slusarski.
Lost more time that time by.
I would imagine it makes sense with all the shuffling.
A lot of racing to go.
Yeah, we'd be coming to 25 to go this time by anyway, or yeah, 25 to go. My brain ain't working right, bear with me.
Fair.
Let's see, and we've got racing in the pack. We have racing in the second pack again, so they just need to tally up and work together so they can go catch the common enemy that is the first pack. But I guess they're having too much fun getting all racy and stuff back here. I think doing that, they lost a whole other second.
Yep. Whole second at that.
Right.
Okay. We're closer to.
So keep an eye on the gap here. Jamison, still your leader, of course. They're just now coming to the front stretch, and they're still racing for position. Watts is now in the front of the second pack. And they have lost another second. With all the jockeying around, they've lost at least 2 seconds in 2 laps.
Yep.
Trying to get their position, trying to get their act together. Of course, that's still gonna, if they can catch them, if they catch them by a second a lap, they would be up, theoretically, they would be up there with about 7 or 8 to go, if not sooner. But there's a reason it's theoretical and not practical.
Yep.
See, they've decided to come back together. Let's see the time gain, if any. Well, they only lost about 2 or 3 tenths that time around.
Still lost some though.
Yeah, they're also not as tightly grouped as this first pack, too. not a little more disorganized through that second pack, so that might be their death knell there.
Not to mention more lap cars ahead of these guys. It'll probably foul into this lead pack as well.
Right. That'll be I think that'll turn into about a 7 or 8 on 5 battle. I take it back. I would turn it into a 9 on 5 battle because that pack of 3 ahead of Neil. Let's see. Makes me wonder if their plan is to do that one last pit stop or try to save as much fuel so they can only make it on one stop.
If I remember it, the projected laps said 30, so it might be different from, I don't know.
Yeah, they pitted on what, 24 and 25?
Yep.
If they save enough, which with CTS physics is more difficult than say Cup or GNS, trouble with that is they would probably end up having to pit with 2 or 3 to go anyway. So what they might do is split this segment in half, come in with about 9 or 10 to go, get your fuel, you're good to go the rest of the way, and then duke it out from that point on. And speaking of, we got a little side-by-side action here. It looks like Moo Young's going to take the lead. Going to clear Jamison. Going to take Delgado up to second with him with the help of that 97, using them as a pick, and slot right in. New top 2, Garcia Moo Young and 70 and 52 Delgado.
Interesting operation there.
It was cleanly executed though. They didn't lose very much time on the second pack. Oh, trouble! There goes Moo Young around again. He's in the air again.
Caution is out.
Caution is out.
Oh, there we were talking about that yellow. Hopefully, no one plows into him. He's right in the middle of the track.
That changes everything. He's going to get it back rolling. They're going to get slowed down.
I think they'll make it to the end on gas if they pit here.
I believe that'll be the case.
There's only one lucky dog, which is the 97 car. Well, only one lap down car. So 97, you are the lucky dog. You can pit. You will have to be at the back of the line, but that is
so
yeah. Leader is on the back straight.
That
right
looked
now.
like that was a bad bump on the part of Delgado.
I had a nickel for every time that 70 car took some airtime tonight. I've had 2 nickels.
There you go. Yeah, go get you a gumball from the candy machine. No, that was a little more of a harder hit that time around. Concentrated on the nose of the car, so hopefully he didn't lose anything engine-wise. That's a good thing that car didn't take off higher than it did. He hit the transition on that apron. Usually, that case, it flips cars right over.
I'm gonna try to mess my ticker a little bit. I can adjust that some.
Pit's open this time.
As they come down pit road, Victor Delgado, your leader, of course. Everybody's going to get in incident free this time around. Check that race off pit road here. It looks like Ken Kenna gets out first and Watson second. Yeah, Watts first, Kinkenna first, excuse me. Watts second, Gonzalez third, Hughes fourth. Major change of position, I guess. Delgado opted to go to the back for that. Voluntary.
Right, Sam, did you get any damage from that, or are you good to go? Okay, perfect.
My theory is they're probably going to go green this time around. They'll have 18 to go once they take the green.
We will be going green this time by.
Magic. So yeah, let's give a little rundown here of the leaders here. Blake Kinkenna, number 15, is the leader. Kyle Watts is second. Roman Gonzalez third. Keith Hughes fourth. Cameron Jamison fifth. Sixth is Tyler Aziz. Jarrett Gravoy is seventh. Gio Bononi is recovered to eighth. Garson Muyang, even after the wreck, is ninth. Sebastian Amaya is 10th. 11th will be Neil Gallagher. 12th is Kenneth Miller. 13th is Victor Delgado. And 15th, back on the lead lap, is Sam Slusarski in the 97.
I'm going green this time, like you said.
Let's see how, looks like they're going 70 at the moment here. Different pace speed. Let's see how Blake brings them down in comparison to Gino. I wonder if he'll get them all bunched up, roll them back, and get them halfway anticipating. Looks like he's keeping them clean and straight here for the most part. And there's the launch, and off they go. Much cleaner start that time, especially through the back of the pack. Nobody spun tires or got bumped or anything.
Yep. Got roughly 17 laps to finish this thing out.
They should have enough fuel to make it through, one would hope. Meanwhile, Kyle Watts is right up there on the tail of the 15. Looks like it's probably going to be another humdinger of a race. It's probably going to be flat out all the way if I had to guess, considering everybody's good on fuel.
Everybody's in contention too. Nobody lapped down, and I don't believe we've had any retirees either.
If anybody, I think the worst thing is very slight damage to 3 or 4 of the cars, and even then it doesn't look like it's hurting them very much at all.
That 70 car is the only car that's taken air tonight, and they've done it twice. That is impressive.
And I bet my bottom dollar he's still going to get up to the lead.
Heck, he may even win it.
There you go. Get some redemption from Evergreen.
And well,
Oh, trouble! There goes
Caution's
laps.
out. Caution's out.
And Jamison, multiple cars spinning around. The 70 has evolved. Somebody took a hard hit in the inside wall. Tala Aziz spinning around. That was Kyle Watts with visible damage.
Pace speed 55. Pits are closed. Wait for everyone to get back together, then we'll open it.
It looks like it's going to come out that Keith Hughes looks like he's going to be the year leader. That was a humdinger of a wreck.
Actually, we have everyone here. Never mind. Pits open this time. Pits open this time.
like a bumper grab from the 15, causes 21 to go around, and the rest just follows.
Slammed into Jamison. Tala had nowhere to go. Amaya bumper grabbed, I think. He slammed into the wall quite hard, got some damage on the 21 of Watts. Most of them were just, looks like everybody else was just lazy spins and glancing blows into the wall. Nobody really got any other severe damage or anything. The only, like I said, the only noticeable thing is a little kick up in the rear end of Kyle Watts' car.
Very decent timing for that 70. If they were any further ahead or any further back, they probably would have gotten a lot more damage there.
Yeah. And I'm surprised nobody got airborne in that wreck, too. I was waiting for that 31 to start taking off because he got pushed by somebody. That thing just stayed right on the ground. It's like everybody on the basis of pit stops, everybody's going to catch up. We're probably going to go green this time again. They'll be coming to 15 to go with this restart.
We have the whole field together, so we're going to bump the pace speed up to 80 miles per hour, 80, and we will be able to go green this time.
They're in a hurry to get done.
I don't blame them.
I don't either. So we're going to get the pace speed bumped up here. Once again, Keith Hughes is your leader. Blake Kincaid is second. Third is Roman Gonzalez. Jarrett Gravois is fourth. Kenneth Miller is fifth. Neil Gallagher sixth. Victor Delgado seventh. Eighth is Gino Bononi again. Ninth is Cameron Jamison. 10th is Garcimu Young. 11th is Sebastian Amaya. 12th is Kyle Watts. 13th is Sam Slazarski. And Tala Aziz rounding out the field. You expect it to get kind of batshit crazy from this point forward?
Honestly, yeah, the way the runs have been going, and we've seen them comfortably go 3 wide. I don't see any reason they won't do it here for this last segment.
Quite so.
From this point on, I don't think there's any such thing as comfortable.
Fair enough.
Let's see what Keith does with this restart.
Control.
He's gonna go ahead and gun it. There he goes. A little bit of separation in 2 packs, not much. 15 to go in the race. This is probably the time you start charging, like we said.
Gotta try not to charge too hard, end up causing a wreck.
And Neil Gallagher trying to make something work up top, try to get some. He's gonna have a couple of his teammates take the bait. Jamison gonna drop back low. Delgado's gonna go with him, as is Moo Young. That may have proved to be a wise choice. A lot of the pool ball cars are up there together. Actually, all the pool ball cars in the field so far are up there.
Also, correction, from earlier I said that it was called Pole Ball Motorsport. It's actually called Rosberg Racing. I don't apologize for that, by the way. That's a funnier name.
In any case, as long as nobody goes over the wall or get a cue ball in the side pocket, shall we say, that outside line has fallen apart quite a bit. Kenneth Miller wanting to think about maybe going. That's going to slow the rest of the pack down, though. Gino Bononi's going to get another run going up top, and this time this might stick. Of course, Gino Bononi, one of the more aggressive drivers, almost to a fault. Here, he's going to take it to the bottom, possibly make it 3 wide on Gonzalez.
Oh,
there's contact.
Blake wasn't ready.
Caution's out. Caution's out. Feels closed.
Keep it up. Oh, 02 and the 20 are
55.
We got cars spinning around. Nobody has hit anything. This is where things start going crazy.
I'm about charging a little too hard. And I think what happened there is Gino, was trying to get underneath that
3-wide
0-2.
move, yeah. That
Blake,
3-wide move.
I think Blake was only anticipating it for me to be 2 wide and kind of just went around there.
Oh, I see. Gino. I'm taking a look at it myself. Went for the move. The 0-2 tried to cover the hole and slid up, seeing Gino, not realizing Blake had a run, or Blake had a nose, and ended up hooking. But Blake didn't get very much damage out of that, I don't think, even with... Yeah, no, he didn't get very much damage out of that at all.
I don't think anybody hit any of the walls other than Blake.
Yeah, no, a lot of it was just reactionary stuff. It just did quick loops and off they went.
I think it was either... I think it was Keith Hughes who had the lead out of that.
Yeah, showing live. Hughes with the lead. Gino second. Delgado third. Jarrett Gravois is still fourth even after all that. It's a pretty good run.
Again, pits open this time.
Come on down, make what they probably believe will be their last pit stop, depending on who comes.
Yeah, I don't think tires are a concern whatsoever. It's just
I
probably
don't-
gonna be because of damage.
I don't even think fuel is that big of a concern anymore either. Not very many, only about 4 takers. They were all, I think at least most of them were involved in the wreck.
All of them were involved in the wreck, yeah.
And then Talladega stayed out and he spun too. Probably, I think he just did a quick 360 though.
Yeah. I'm noticing a little bit of side damage on Delgado. I don't know if that's the game bugging with me or if that's actual damage.
I couldn't tell myself. It almost looked like a shadow or something.
Could be.
He may have gotten the wall too in any case, but obviously it's not hurting him.
It looks like we're going to be going green with 10 laps to go.
I believe it'd be 11 to go.
11 to go? Alright.
Starting or your current order hasn't changed very much. Once again, Keith Hughes, your leader. Gino Bononi second. Victor Delgado third. Jarrett Gravoy fourth, somehow. Neil Gallagher fifth. Cameron Jamison sixth. Seventh is Sebastian Amaya. Eighth is Kyle Watts. Sam Slesarski in ninth. Top 10 Tala Aziz still. Roman Gonzalez 11th, 12th is Garcia Young. Blake Kinkinnon back to 13th after that spin, and Kenneth Miller round out the back of the pack. With all these wrecks, we've had all these multiple, I would call them big ones, but small ones, but big ones.
Let's raise pace speed to 80 miles per hour, 80.
So get between the 27.56 there. I wonder if he was typing in chat.
That, or maybe they went ahead and bumped up pace speed, which they have, but they probably, I don't know if they bumped it up earlier. In any case, with these, I'm surprised nobody's gone airborne. Like, everybody stayed on the ground with these last 2 multi-car wrecks. It was really something. I'm fully expecting a car to go flying into the catch fence.
Ain't over yet.
That's we still have 11 laps to go. Anything can happen.
Control.
And here we go again. 11 laps to go. Down the back straightaway with a 3-car breakaway, Jarrett Gravoy almost looks like he's holding up the bottom, but he's going to have a run. Jamison's going to tuck in with him.
I think I'm going to have to get rid of that laps remaining thing on my ticker. It's not accurate. It's a lap ahead.
They're just numbers.
Fair enough.
Racing getting quite dicey. Outside line starting to form up once again with 31 leading the way. And immediately back to the bottom. .31 jumping back to the top. It looks like they'll have oh, trouble. Oh, 21's gone.
Somehow.
Okay, cautions out. Cautions out. Feels
Yeah, I was about to say.
27
somehow,
saved into the 21. I don't know what happened there.
Somehow they kept it all straight for like almost the whole part of it there, but I think ultimately throwing the caution was the right move.
Oh, it was part warp, and then I think
Pace speed 60.
oh, I see. Yeah, it looks like some warp and the 21 pushing the 27. 27 gathered it back up, but in the process accidentally hooked the 21, and he couldn't get it back together and just spun down the turn.
unfortunate turn of events there.
Yeah. Things will probably be going green with 8 laps, or 8 laps to go, right? So craziness is still going to begin. It may be time for a caution cooldown. We'll see.
Jamison on that.
And at this rate, if they do a caution cooldown, it would be to the point of no return. At which point, the rest of the race will be run under green, regardless.
I think if I remember right, he said there was no caution cooldowns at super speedways.
Oh, is that right?
At least that was for Gnarl.
Yeah.
I don't know if that translated over to CCRS or not, but...
It may have. In any case, getting to the point of no return is going to be one thing. Surviving it's going to be a whole other task in itself.
So,
Meanwhile, not much has changed in your top 5. Cameron Jamison's now 5th, but Sam Slosarski is 6th after being a lap down earlier on in the race.
imagine the only takers we'll have is probably the 27 and 21.
Right.
Never mind. Okay, never mind on the never mind.
A little bit of a bottleneck.
Yep. That's the consequence of fake outs causes checkups.
Certain leagues have rules against that now, and I tend to agree with them. So that doesn't cause stuff like that. So it appears they'll be going green with 7 laps to go. Slight correction. Last 2 cars have left the pits. They'll catch by the backstretch, surely. They'll probably bump up pace speed again.
21 to the back of the field.
Got 4 fresh tires and 7 laps ahead of them. See how they use it.
Do you expect more chaos for this last run?
Pace
Hopefully.
Speed 80.
Well, I'm being honest. It's gonna be that ratio in between. It's gonna be dependent on if someone pushes a little too hard, presses the envelope a little too much. I think with the
Thinking it could go either way.
factor of server warp, I'm more or less so leaning towards it being more chaotic. More like 75-25 on that.
Going green this time. Reminder that the not caution cooldown, the point of no return is at 4 to go, so we have only 3 more laps to fit in another wreck.
Yep, you heard the man.
There you heard it.
Get your wrecks out now.
Wreck now, blow 2 laps under yellow, get a 1 lap dash to the point of no return.
Wreck now or forever hold your peace, I guess.
Forever hold your steering wheel. Here we go. And they are green. 7 to go.
Underdog Racing Podcast in the chat room for Jarrett Gravoy.
Look at that. Going to the outside, trying to make a move. The run's been blocked. Hughes is going to keep blocking Bononi there. But Bononi's got a nose. He's got more help coming to the outside. Keith is all by himself on that bottom line. Next car back is Ravoy.
Surprised Cameron didn't go down to... Oh wait, no, never mind. I got the numbers mixed up.
They're racing 3-4 wide almost for position right behind that battle. give the lead to Bononi for the moment. Delgado's going to make a move to the outside, but the 31's not going to go with him. He's going to get hung out to dry also.
Imagine Jamison and Gino being teammates. They're going to try to work together towards the end here.
Well, 52's got the help of Tala Aziz. A lot more jockeying around. It'll be coming to 5 to go this time. They have to make it to lap 54 before the point of no return. A lot of moves are thinking about being made. This is where everybody gets in trouble. You make a move, you bumper grab, and you kill somebody. 5 to go. Garson Young's going to try to pull the outside lane with him. Keith Hughes is going to stay tucked low. Not that he has a choice. He's boxed in. Amaya going to the inside of Jamison. Jamison going to try to make the outside work also.
Ooh, big block there.
Oh yeah, big block and big war. Young going to take it 3 wide. The 31, the 52 might be left in the sucker hole. 52 is going to try to come down the track and go back to the bottom. That was a close call.
Drops in front of the 97 there. 2 cars on the top, left on their own.
That's the 20 and the 02. They're going to fade out. 82 is going to come back to the middle line. He's going to try to make a run up there on Amaya and Bononi. We have reached the point of no return. He's there on Amaya. Oh, trouble. There they go. There
Right
goes
at the point
pack.
of no return.
Right at the point of no return. That's Gravoy. That's Sasarski. That's Kinkenna. That's Tal. That's everybody.
Yeah.
That's the entire middle of the pack gone.
There's just 4 cars left in this.
4 cars left to race out. Kenneth Miller made it through, but he's too far back.
And then there were 4.
And then there were 4, right? We knew this would happen, that we're on the, I guess we're on the losing side of that. You know, there, Hughes and Delgado going to try to tandem, as are Amaya and Bononi. It's a matter of getting these tandems up. They are at 3 laps to go. I don't know. Can you make the move? Well, Gino probably will block you. But Gino also runs the risk of having everybody leave him out to dry, too.
Man, right on that quarter
no,
panel.
they're touching. They were touching for that moment there.
Racing is a very touchy form of racing.
Right. For a super speedway package, they also do an awful lot of short track and bumping and banging.
Keeps trying to highline.
Keith really wants to make a move. 13's going to go up top. 52's going to not go with him. They're at 2 to go. I don't know if Keith is having handling trouble or if he's just trying to feel it out. In any case, Keith goes to the bottom. Everybody's out for self at this rate.
Playing a game of trust.
Every man for himself.
I don't think anyone's winning that game of trust right now.
Oh, they're going to try to... I wonder if the plans maybe to root Gino up out of the groove.
I think they're going to wait till the last lap here.
That'd be the smart thing to do. Amaya's backing up his run for the last lap. They're going to be coming to the white flag here shortly.
Like that move by the 13.
And there's a move being made right there. White flag is out. Delgado and Hughes going to work together. 13's going to go right with them. Last lap. Gino's going to try to block the 13. And it looks like it's going to work. Let's see. How are they going to shake out? Delgado in the lead. Hughes in second. Bononi third.
Imagine Hughes is not going to be...
Oh, look at the move. Look at the move. Faked him out. But he's going to have all the help up top.
3 wide for the lead.
Gino's not. Gino's going to go 3 wide. But he's going to lose all that momentum. The 13, who does he go with? He goes with Delgado. And they come off the corner, they touch.
They
touch.
wreck!
Everybody's wrecking. The 13's in the air. They're side by side for the finish. Hughes versus Delgado. Who's it going to be at the line?
I think Hughes has
Give
got
it
it.
to Keith Hughes. Keith Hughes wins the Talladega race.
Wow, what a last lap there. Holy
That
moly.
was something. Wow.
Keith Hughes will continue the streak of different winners for every race this season.
And
Nicely
race
done.
over.
That last lap there.
That was a chaotic last lap, living up to the...
3 wide
This
in
ain't-
turn 3.
This ain't the madhouse, but it's pretty daggum close.
Like 13 gave a... I mean, they touched. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, no, they were rubbing on each other hard.
Pushing there right to the end.
What was I saying? For a super speedway package, a lot of little short track bumping and rubbing, and that's what that was. That was short track racing at 190 miles an hour. Keith gonna do some burnouts. Probably take that thing to victory lane if he can get there. Yeah, he's gonna roll around and get commencing the burnouts. There he goes. Yeah, there it goes.
Keith Hughes, Season 5 Talladega CCRS winner. The last lap move. Nicely done. Clean, simple burnout, too, to compliment it.
Yeah, right. Wonderful. We'll get us an interview with him if he's around still.
I'll go check our little waiting room, see if we got anyone in there.
Oh, it's just Tala.
Call in. If we got any other higher finishers come in there, we'll bring them in as we go. Go ahead and bring Tala in here.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
Hey Tala, me and Robbie in the booth for this one. How was your race?
It was not fun losing a draft because of server warp or what was happening on my end, at least with my Wi-Fi. So, not fun running by yourself for a quarter of the race, but glad we got that caution there to give me a chance again.
Yeah, I seen on the last run there, they're experimenting with 3 wide and all that. What did you feel like was the best line in your opinion?
Whichever had the most cars, it didn't matter like what line got going. It's just that with such a small field and everything, I know always in plate racing it's whoever has the most cars, but I never really got a chance to figure out which line was overall better. So, yeah, most of the time as well, when we did get a chance to have the most cars on a line, they would dip back down immediately after. So.
That's all I got for you. Robbie, you got any questions for Tala?
Yeah, no, I think that about covers it.
Alright.
You racing Gnarl tomorrow?
Hopefully you can, yeah.
Good luck to you on that.
You don't sound too happy about it.
I'm tired, dude. I've been sick. It's been a long week. And that was also not my best driving out there, so... I can't wait to go to a real track tomorrow in Gnarl.
Wow.
Buddy was moved out of your channel.
Castaway.
Let's bring in Keith Hughes, our race winner.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
Keith, my man!
What's up?
What a run. Take us through that last lap, man. Shit, that was short track racing at 190 mile an hour.
Yeah, it was definitely close racing there. We ended up, I don't know exactly, I haven't seen the replay yet, exactly how we made contact. I just know I got shoved down at one point, and then the 52 was wrecking in front of me, and I felt bad for him getting wrecked there, so I tried to straighten him out, and I ended up just kept keeping more momentum after I hit him. But at least I saved him from wrecking, I guess.
That was fun to watch from up in the booth. Man, what were your thoughts on that whole package, playing the runs like that, having to play the runs? And
It was pretty fun. I liked. This is one of the better versions of Talladega that I've ran. It was setup was good. It was fun to be able to do both lines. It couldn't really pick which line was better. Right up there at the end, we went 3 wide, and the only difference was that the lap car pushed the middle guy, and then we came in contact with each other, and it really didn't come into factor. But I think the 52 had the win if we didn't make contact. He was getting that.
that'd have been a nail biter in any case.
Basically, what happened there on that last lap, that 13 car was giving the push to the 52, and the 52 kind of got loose, got India, and then Gino just ate crap pretty much.
Yeah, this, like I said, I just saw the 13 go in the middle line, and then all of a sudden we're in contact, and I just was able to hold it straight, luckily enough. And like I said, I purposely hit the 52 to straighten him out. And luckily it didn't wreck me. I was just trying to save him. I felt bad for him getting wrecked in that.
Ultimately, all in all, it all worked out in the end. You ended up P1. Do you plan on racing anywhere else, like Gnarl, CCRS, any more race? I say anytime soon?
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, easier for me to say.
Right
Yeah.
now, I guess just Mondays of Thunder on Mondays, and then Maverick picks up soon on Tuesdays, and Mondays of Thunder also runs Sundays. And Gnarl, if we don't have Amish, I don't know. Nobody knows really what Amish is. It's a RTG puts it on, and it's like a Wreck Fest league, and you just hit each other. And I like that. It's no rules and just kind of relaxing and go out and have fun. That's
Don't
what I
tell me
usually
there's
do.
a secret horse and buggy mod for it.
maybe there should be, but no, this is called Amish. I don't know why it's called Amish, but that's what it's called, and I like that. On Friday nights, we just wreck each other, and that's pretty fun. And I pushed Terry Bombard into the pits.
There you go.
Well, that's all the questions I got. Robbie, you got any other questions?
Yeah, that's about everything I got, man.
And I thank y'all for putting on the broadcast. I'll have to go back and watch it. I didn't pull it up while I was racing, so
Brace yourself.
what do I need to expect?
Oh, no. You were just more laid back than normal.
Well, that's okay.
Congrats on the win, and we'll see you next time.
All right, thanks. See you.
Buddy left your channel.
Well, that was a pretty good race.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad at all. It was entertaining. It was better being in the booth than having to drive it.
Sometimes that's how I feel as well. Every once in a while I get that itch to race, but I do enjoy being in the booth as well. It's quite fun watching it from the camera's point of perspective, other than being behind the wheel.
Point of spectator.
Yeah. Well, you got any closing thoughts?
No, not really. Basically, it was a good thing that last lap was about as good of a finish as you could get without it being, crazy dirty.
Very good finish. Yeah, congratulations to Keith on the win. Tomorrow here on the YouTube channel is Gnarl. They're going to what was it, Pikes Peak? I think they're going to Pikes Peak. And then IFAR is not racing this week, so DSRA is going to Kansas for the Carl Please Win a Race 400. And hopefully Carl will finally win a race. He's not winning a race. 96 starts, man. It's going to be his 96th start. We'll see how he does. But other than that, thanks to Robbie for being in the booth with me, and hey, maybe you'll be up here again sometime again soon.
Maybe.
Yeah. Other than that, that's all we got, and we'll see you for the next one.